What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a world that's both thrilling and terrifying, the world of hacking. We're talking about the masterminds who can infiltrate anything, anywhere, with just a few keystrokes. Get ready to have your minds blown as we uncover the top 5 most infamous hackers of all time. These guys aren't your average keyboard warriors. We're talking about legends who've taken on governments, corporations, and even the FBI. We'll break down their craziest hacks, their mind-blowing tactics, and why they're considered some of the most dangerous individuals on the planet. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for a wild ride. First up, we've got the legend himself, Kevin Mitnick. This guy's story is like something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Back in the 80s, when most of us were still trying to figure out how to use a landline, Mitnick was already wreaking havoc on the digital world. One of his most audacious hacks went down in 1981 when he infiltrated the Pacific Bell Telephone Company. We're not talking about making a few free calls here, people. Mitnick was messing with their entire system, rerouting calls, changing numbers, you name it. He even managed to access and alter the company's internal documents. Talk about a digital ninja. But Mitnick's reign of digital terror didn't stop there. This dude was unstoppable, hopping from one network to another, leaving a trail of digital chaos in his wake. He became the ultimate ghost in the machine, always one step ahead of the authorities. The FBI was on his tail for years, and the chase became legendary. They finally caught up with him in 1995, and let me tell you, the details of his capture are insane. Think high-stakes cat and mouse chases, fake identities, and enough technical jargon to make your head spin. Mitnick ended up serving 5 years behind bars for his crimes. But here's the plot twist. Prison didn't stop him. It actually transformed him. While he was locked up, he studied computer security, honed his skills, and emerged a changed man. Today, Kevin Mitnick is one of the world's most respected security consultants. That's right, the former hacker who once struck fear into the hearts of corporations is now helping them protect themselves from guys just like him. He's living proof that even in the darkest corners of the digital world, redemption is possible. But trust me, his story is a wild ride from start to finish. Next up, we're diving into the shadowy world of Anonymous. Forget about lone wolves like Mitnick. Anonymous is a whole different beast. They're not a single person, but a decentralized collective of hackers from all corners of the internet. Think of them like the digital Robin Hood, fighting for justice, exposing corruption, and taking down anyone they deem unworthy. But here's the catch. Their methods are often as controversial as the causes they champion. One of their most famous operations was Project Chanology back in 2008. Picture this. The Church of Scientology, known for its secrecy and controversial practices, suddenly finds itself under a full-blown digital assault. Anonymous launched a wave of attacks, flooding their servers, taking down their websites, and exposing their inner workings to the world. It was a digital storm the likes of which had never been seen before. But Anonymous wasn't done yet. They've gone toe-to-toe with governments, corporations, and even other hacker groups. From leaking sensitive documents to disrupting financial systems, they've left their mark on some of the world's most powerful institutions. Their decentralized nature makes them incredibly difficult to track down or shut down. They're like a hydra cut off one head, and 2 more will take its place. But are they heroes or villains? Freedom fighters or cyber terrorists? The answer, my friends, is far from clear. One thing's for sure, though. Anonymous has forever changed the face of hacking, proving that power no longer resides in the hands of governments or corporations, but in the collective hands of the people. Get ready for a story that's both tragic and thought-provoking, because our next hacker lived a life full of contradictions. Meet Adrian Lamo, the homeless hacker, who wandered the streets while infiltrating some of the biggest companies in the world. Imagine this, a guy with no fixed address, crashing on couches and in abandoned buildings, yet somehow managing to breach the security of giants like Microsoft, Yahoo, and even the New York Times. That was Adrian Lamo's reality. Driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to expose vulnerabilities, Lamo exploited security flaws in corporate systems, often leaving behind messages to alert companies to their weaknesses. He saw himself as a digital vigilante, a force for good in a world increasingly reliant on technology. But his most controversial act came in 2010 when he turned in Chelsea Manning, a former Army intelligence analyst who had leaked classified documents to WikiLeaks. Lamo had been chatting with Manning online, unaware of her true identity at first. As Manning confided in him about the leaks, Lamo grappled with a moral dilemma. On one hand, he believed in transparency and exposing wrongdoing. On the other hand, he was facing serious legal consequences for his own hacking activities. In the end, Lamo chose to inform the authorities, a decision that would divide public opinion and haunt him for the rest of his life. Some hailed him as a hero for preventing further leaks of sensitive information, while others condemned him as a traitor who betrayed a confidant. Adrian Lamo's story is a complex tapestry of brilliance, contradiction, and ultimately, tragedy. He was a hacker who walked the line between right and wrong, leaving behind a legacy that continues to spark debate and introspection in the ever-evolving world of cybersecurity. Hold on to your tinfoil hats, folks, because this next story is out of this world. We're talking about Gary McKinnon, the Scottish hacker who infiltrated 97 US military and NASA computers in search of, you guessed it, evidence of UFOs. McKinnon, a self-proclaimed UFO enthusiast, believed that the US government was hiding classified information about extraterrestrial life. And he wasn't just going to sit back and let them get away with it. Armed with basic hacking tools and an unwavering determination, he embarked on a digital expedition that would make headlines around the globe. Between 2001 and 2002, McKinnon roamed freely through sensitive military networks, leaving behind messages like, "Your security is crap," and even disabling weapon systems for a short time. He claimed he was simply looking for evidence of suppressed technology, but his actions sent shockwaves through the US government. The Pentagon was furious, calling it the biggest military computer hack of all time. They accused McKinnon of causing millions of dollars in damage and jeopardizing national security. The US government sought his extradition, determined to make an example of him. What followed was a decade-long legal battle that captivated the world. McKinnon became an unlikely folk hero, with supporters arguing that he was a harmless eccentric driven by curiosity, not malice. They pointed out that he never intended to cause harm or profit from his actions. Despite facing up to 70 years in a US prison, McKinnon refused to back down. He fought extradition tooth and nail, citing concerns about his mental health and the potential for harsh treatment in the American justice system. In the end, the UK government blocked his extradition on human rights grounds, sparing him from facing trial in the US. Gary McKinnon's story is a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown and the lengths to which some will go to uncover the truth, even if it means challenging the most powerful institutions on Earth. Get ready for a story of greed, betrayal, and digital espionage on an epic scale. This is the story of Albert Gonzalez, the mastermind behind the largest credit card theft in history. Gonzalez wasn't your typical lone wolf hacker. He was a charismatic leader who assembled a team of skilled cybercriminals, turning them into a well-oiled hacking machine. Their target? The financial data of millions of unsuspecting individuals. Between 2005 and 2007, Gonzalez and his crew embarked on a cybercrime spree that would make even the most hardened criminals blush. They infiltrated the computer systems of major corporations like TJ Maxx, Heartland Payment Systems, and Hannaford Brothers, stealing over 170 million credit and debit card numbers. How did they do it? Through a combination of technical prowess and old-fashioned trickery, Gonzalez's team exploited vulnerabilities in Wi-Fi networks, using techniques like war driving to sniff out unsecured connections. They Then launched sophisticated attacks, injecting malicious code into corporate systems to siphon off sensitive data. But Gonzalez's greed knew no bounds. He lived a double life, spending lavishly on cars. Jewelry, and even $1 million in cash stashed in his Miami condo. But his extravagant lifestyle would ultimately be his